pulled further and further from the safety of shore, until drawing a breath became a laborious effort. He told the cops exactly what happened. His boss failed to show up for work. He came looking for him and found him dead.
Your boss's name?
United States Senator John OConnor. Nick watched the two young officers go pale in the instant before they made a second, more urgent call for backup.
Another scandal at the Watergate,
Nick heard one of them mutter. His cell phone rang yet again. This time, he reached for it.
Yeah, he said softly.
Nick, Christina cried. Where the hell are you guys? Trevor's having a heart attack. She referred to their communications director, who had back-to-back interviews scheduled for the senator that morning.
He's dead, Chris.
Who's dead? What are you talking about?
John.
Her soft cry broke his heart. No. That she was desperately in love with John was no secret to Nick. That she was also a consummate professional who would never act on those feelings was one of the many reasons Nick respected her.
I'm sorry to just blurt it out like that.
How? She asked in a small voice.
Stabbed in his bed.
Her ravaged moan echoed through the phone. But who? I mean, why?
The cops are here, but I don't know anything yet. I need you to request a postponement on the vote.
I can't, she said, adding in a whisper. I can't think about that right now.
You have to, Chris. That bill is his legacy. We can't let all his hard work be for nothing. Can you do it? For him?
Yes. Okay.
You have to pull yourself together for the staff. But don't tell them yet. Not until his parents are notified.
Oh, God, his poor parents. You should go, Nick. It'd be better coming from you than cops they don't know.
I don't know if I can. How do I tell people I love that their son's been murdered?
He'd want it to come from you.
I suppose you're right. I'll see if the cops will let me.
What are we going to do without him, Nick? She posed a question he'd been grappling with himself. I just can't imagine this world, this life, without him.
I can't either,
Nick said, knowing it would be a much different life without John OConnor at the center of it. He's really dead, she asked, as if to convince herself it wasn't a cruel joke. Someone killed him.
Yes.
Outside the chief's office suite, Detective Sergeant Sam Holland smoothed her hands over the toffee-colored hair she corralled into a clip for work, pinched some color into cheeks that hadn't seen the light of day in weeks, and adjusted her gray suit jacket over a red scoop-neck top. Taking a deep breath to calm her nerves and settle her chronically upset stomach, she pushed open the door and stepped inside. Chief Farnsworth, receptionist, greeted her with a smile. Go right in, Sergeant Holland. He's waiting for you. Great, Sam thought, as she left the receptionist with a weak smile. Before she could give in to the urge to turn tail and run, she erased the grimace from her face and went in. Sergeant. The chief, a man she'd once called Uncle Joe, stood and came around the big desk to greet her with a firm handshake. His gray eyes skirted over her with concern and sympathy, both of which were new since the incident. She despised being the reason for either. You look well. I feel well. Glad to hear it. He gestured for her to have a seat. Coffee? No, thanks. Pouring himself a cup, he glanced over his shoulder. I've been worried about you, Sam. I'm sorry for causing you worry and for disgracing the department. This was the first chance she'd had to speak directly to him since she returned from a month of administrative leave, during which she'd practiced the sentence over and over. She thought she'd delivered it with convincing sincerity. Sam, he sighed as he sat across from her, cradling his mug between big hands.